Scoot you guys just a little bit closer. Okay. Hopefully everything looks good and sounds good. Okay, so I have my area all set up to finish this painting here. But first I'm just going to spend a couple minutes taking some time looking at the comments. I want to welcome all of you here. Hi. Thank you guys for coming and chilling out with me. So for those of you that missed the live stream from earlier today, we painted this little sketchbook. And before I got done with it, my phone ended up, the battery ended up dying, so that's why I'm continuing, and I have to finish the hat. So I got me a new paper plate. I mentioned on the live stream from earlier this afternoon that I lost my painting palette, so that's why I'm just using one of these paper plates. I also have some different brushes. I might have to actually clean them off before I can get started. So I did talk to my friend on the phone earlier, and she said that she thinks that the witch hat would look best painted black. So I'm gonna go ahead and just paint it black. I know a few people suggested that I do purple or green. But I think I'm just gonna stick to the classic theme this time around. But I might do a future painting separate from these 4 sketchbooks that I'm doing, and I might do something a little different for you guys. Okay. So first I'm just going to find what brush I'm gonna use. And I'm gonna have to clean it off. Get started. I'm just gonna use this paper towel. So, if you're new to the live stream and you didn't watch earlier, for some reason these sketchbooks, the canvas material, doesn't take good to water. I don't know if it's made out of more like a cardboard texture or what, but that's just something that I've kind of had to work around a little bit, which it's been fine. It's been fine so far. I think it's turned out pretty good. Okay, so I am using some paint that I got from my friend Matt. He sent me a whole Bob Ross kit a while ago, and I'm just now breaking them out to paint with them. I think I did an unboxing on this like about a month ago or so. So this one is Midnight Black, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on my plate. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started on this hat. I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit just because this paint's very thick. Very thick paint. Okay. So how are all of you doing tonight? I hope that we're all staying really relaxed. is I'm doing longer streaks on this just because in the previous live stream I kind of didn't pay attention to the brush strokes so much on certain areas of the painting, and you can kind of tell just a little bit. It turned out okay, I think, but just certain areas are a little bit more textured than I'd like them to be, but that's okay. It still looks fine. Okay, so I do have these little tiny drawings on the hat. You can see like there's little things sticking inside the hat, like a little flower and stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and just paint over those for now, and then I'll have to go back through with the different paints to go on top of those. I'll try to leave a little bit, well, I don't know, maybe I will try to paint around them. I don't know if I can do it with the flower though, just because I'll leave the little card out. Okay, just a little bit on this side. I still am undecided about what to make the little ribbon strand that's going along the hat there. I'm not sure what color to do that. I was thinking yellow, but I don't want to use too much yellow. I already used it on the moon and then on the little moon for her dress. So maybe just another pop of color. Maybe we do have green up here. Or I could make purple and use, maybe do purple. That'd look cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a little bit more of this midnight black on my brush. Just go through right here on the edge. Okay. Just on this side as well. Alright. So the rest of the sketchbook, I did notice it dried pretty well. Okay. Let's see, I have a suggestion for teal or purple. Okay. Maybe I'll try to mix a little green and blue, see if I can come up with a pretty color. Right. And for the inside of the hat, I'm gonna have to make more of like a gray color, I think. Oh my goodness. So, thank you, Anna Kelly. I will definitely, I'll do teal or purple. Do you have a preference of which one? I think teal would be really cute. Okay. I'm gonna have to hold this a little different, get it at a different angle here. Just so I don't ruin the little moon part. Thank you guys so much. Suffocating Dream said this is a cute painting. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I personally think it's super cute myself. I love it. I can't specific canvas is. I didn't know it was like a cardboard feel when I bought it. You can't really tell just by looking at it, but now that I'm actually painting on it, it's different than anything I've painted on before. It's kind of weird, but it's working out. Okay, I'm gonna have to sharpen this up a little bit. Alright. Should give her a little nose ring. You know, that would make sense because me and my friends just got our nose pierced together, so maybe I will add a little nose ring to all of these. I think I will. I need a tinier little paintbrush though to do it. Same thing with I need to make the little pupils and the eyes and do the little eyebrows and lashes and stuff. So I need to find like a tinier paintbrush. I'm gonna look in my little bag, my little pencil bag thing, because there might be another brush tucked away. Actually, should probably organize this bag sometime soon, just because it's just full of stuff. Alright, I'm gonna look really quickly. Sorry about my vanity. This thing is so old, so there's all kinds of, you can probably see on the screen, there's all kinds of little like ring marks from years of not using coasters because I just used to not care. Used to not care about coasters. So all kinds of little ring marks on this thing. I think all my paintbrushes are downstairs, like all my little tiny paintbrushes, because I'm just seeing like pencils and stuff in this bag, but that's alright. I'll just have to do like the little details at a different time. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to mix the teal color for the ribbon. I'm gonna take a little green. Let's get a different brush here. So okay. I'll get a little green and a little blue and see what we can do. Just mix it on the plate here. I might have to put a little something else with it too, maybe like a little bit of white. Let's see. Okay. I don't know, it might be a little too dark, so I think I will have to get a little white to put with that. If not, I do have some different paints in my bag. I know you guys like the rummaging sounds of that, so I might have to look through that for a bit in a little bit if this doesn't work. I did pretty good with my mixing paints earlier though, so I have high hopes for it. Let's take just a little bit of this you guys think of that? Does it need to be more green to be considered teal? I don't know. You like it? Okay, I will use it then. And the cool thing about painting is you can always go over it if it looks bad. So, try to make a little straight line here. Okay. Sorry, I had to bring it a little bit closer to me so I could make sure I didn't mess up the little side pieces. Alright. And then, okay, I think it looks pretty cute. Pretty cute. And then the inside of the hat, I'm thinking do like a grayish color. So, I might mix just on this. Oops. Just mix a little bit on this plate here. Because I already got black and white. I got a little bit of green in there, but that shouldn't hurt anything. Okay. Because I want the inside of that to look almost like a shadow or something. So hopefully this turns out like I think it will in my head. If not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can always go over it though. So hopefully I won't have to though. Hopefully it'll turn out fine. We're gonna find out. I'll start on this side first. Okay. I don't know, maybe I should have done like a dark purple instead. Yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe it'll look fine. It'll look better too once I go and outline it with like black detailing and stuff. I think that looks pretty cool. Sorry, by the way, if I'm missing some comments. I keep, anytime I do art, I get really distracted and caught up in what I'm doing. So I forget to pay attention to all of the comments and stuff, so I apologize if I miss anything important. I'm just trying to be very careful not to get any of this on the hair. Okay, I'm just gonna get a little bit more on my brush. Okay. And then once I get this part finished, I wanted to do little tiny stars all over the sky. So it kind of looked like little stars. Oh my gosh, I just said that. See, this is what I mean when I get in the zone of painting or whatever. I just Still gotta paint that little tarot card that's inside the hat. Go over this a little bit. I don't want to forget the freckles too, but I might do that also later on when I'm doing the little details, little outline details. Okay, so I think I'll use this brush here. I really need to get me some more tiny little brushes. I thought I had just bought me a new pack not too long ago, but I can't remember where I put them. I can't even remember if I ever used them. I have so much art supplies and stuff all around. I have a whole like duffel bag of different paints and art supplies and stuff down in my office, like in the closet area of my office. And then I have a whole art section upstairs, so it could be anywhere. I have no idea. Let's see. I just seen a big yellow thing come up on my screen, so it caught my attention. Sean asks if I like fuzzy FM radio music mixing with static. I guess so. I'm not too sure how to answer that. I love the staticky sounds like on a record player, like what vinyl makes, like right when you put down the little needle to play the songs. I love that sound, if that's what you mean. And also thank you so much. Okay, I just noticed too, I'm doing this little painting with my left hand, just these little dots, which I am originally right-handed, but the placement of my setup tonight, I'm having to do some things out of the ordinary. So, but thankfully I have a pretty steady hand when it comes to just making little tiny dots. And I have to remember I'm gonna go back through and try to make little yellow ones as well. So I'll kind of separate these so there's not too many. There can never be too many stars in the sky though, right? So I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Okay. Wipe that off my brush, and I'm just gonna get some yellow. I think this is turning out really cute. Oops. Spoke too soon. Okay. So the yellow ones will be more rare. Okay. Since it's already quite crowded with the white. Thank you guys so much. By the way, I'm just looking at the comments really quickly, and you guys are saying lots of nice things about this painting, so thank you so much. I really hope my friend loves it. I love it myself. I can't wait to see what they all look like. Oops, I made that star a little bit too big. That's okay. It's not too bad. Okay. Let's see. Mason says that I could be a witch for Halloween. I actually had a plan to be. I was a witch for Halloween last year. I got me a little cape and a little hat. So yeah, I just have to go through again, just on the bottoms of the hair, just with the blue. I might do that a little later. I'm excited to go ahead and move on to one of the next paintings, but I do have a lot of details this in steady hand, so I might do that just on my own. I'm not too sure. But I will be sure to show you guys what it turns out looking like. Now remember, there's going to be some freckles added and a lot of facial detail and just some stuff added to the hat and things like that. I think it's going to be really cute. Also going to do something on the side here. I'm not sure what yet. And then something on the back as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down so that it can dry and I don't mess it up at all. I'm just going to stick that over there. Oh my god, it looks so cute. Alright. Let's see. So speaking of what to be for Halloween, what are you guys all going to dress up as this year? Are you going to dress up? Do you have any plans for October or the weekend of Halloween? If you do have an idea in mind, let me know in the comments, because even though if I don't see them now, I will go back and read all the comments. I like to do that sometimes, especially on live streams, just because there's so much that I miss while I'm live. So, I also seen that I got a question, what did I eat today? So, I ate, let me see, I'll have to think about it. I did have a steak for dinner. I had some applesauce for a snack. This morning I went to Starbucks and I got this delicious pumpkin muffin, and it was like filled with some type of like cream cheese or something. It was super good though, I will tell you. I had them warm it up for me too, so it was really tasty. So I'm trying to decide which one I want to paint first. Mine is over here. I don't think I'm going to paint that next, just because it's kind of more on the the scene where Carly Beth eats that sandwich with worms in it. That actress actually insisted on them using real worms to make it more scary. She wouldn't let them use, because they were gonna just use like gummy worms, but she said that that would be way too cheesy, that she wanted to make it actually scary. So that was pretty awesome of her. My favorite Goosebumps, though, still to this day, is Welcome to Dead House. It's like the most creepy, scariest Goosebumps in my own opinion. I don't know why I do this to myself, but when I move into a new house, I make myself watch like a really scary, spooky thing. I don't know why, but I guess I like the spooky thrill of it. So anyways, the first night I moved to my new house, not this house that I'm currently in, but my mom and dad's house. We moved, and it was like it was a really long day. We had a very, very long drive, and it was just, we had to drive through a thunderstorm, and it was just an exhausting move, all in all. But anyways, that night, when we got in our new house, everyone was so pooped. They were so tired and ready to go to bed, but I just couldn't sleep. I was in a brand new house. I was just excited and exhausted and just all kinds of things. So we didn't have anything hooked up. We didn't have any of our stuff unpacked, and our TVs were still all in the moving truck and everything, but I did have my phone. So I got on YouTube and typed in Welcome to Dead House, the Goosebumps episode, and I sat there and I watched that whole thing. And this was like, 3 years ago that I did this to myself, and I was so scared over a Goosebumps show, or a Goosebumps episode, guys. So yeah, I have not looked at the comments in a minute, because I've been mixing this paint and talking about Goosebumps. So hopefully I'm not getting laughed out of the place right now for spooking myself out with Goosebumps, but it's true. It happened. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint the moon first. And then while I'm painting the moon, I'm gonna look at the comments a little bit. Let's see, so Tom Smith has never seen Goosebumps. So there's so many good episodes. If you ever get the chance to watch some, I would definitely suggest starting with Welcome to Dead House, or The Haunted Mask, or even some of the slappy ones. Night of the Living Dummy, I think they were called. So this moon has some green in it because of my brush, so I'm gonna have to go over that a little bit. on some type of vacation. Well, anyways, their witch aunt comes to like babysit them, and their aunt makes these like weird prune cookies, and she makes them eat them, and then the boys they turn old the next day, like super old. And I won't say the rest of the episode because it just gets creepier and creepier, and I don't want to ruin it for you if you like want to go check it out someday. But that's all I'll say. I will also say that the prune cookies looked amazing, and I always wanted to try them after that, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can actually wipe some of this paint off, just so I can get some of the green. Actually, that worked pretty well. Okay. Alright. So okay. Alright. Sorry, I just kind of like spaced out for a second. I was just thinking about the color on this. I don't know. I'm hoping that it's okay. This moon might just look a little bit different than the other one on the other sketchbook. Might have like a darker tone to it, which is fine. This brush is full. I might just have to use like a different brush that's a little smaller. Let's see. I almost want to go downstairs and just try to get my brushes because I think I know right where they are. But that's the thing about going live, because I don't want to leave you guys like alone for a minute, you know. Let's see. Somebody wants to know if I seen the Prince or Darkness movie. I don't know. I don't think I did. It doesn't sound familiar. Like, it sounds familiar, but I don't know if I have seen it. If I seen the trailer or something, then I could tell you if I did, but it's not ringing a bell right now. Let's see. Anna Callie on the spines. You could do a quote that reminds you of each one or something. That's a good idea. Like a movie quote, or like a quote that each one of my friends say or something. That'd be pretty cool. My goodness. So yeah, it's getting like darker streaks in it. But should be okay, I'm hoping. If not, once it dries, I'll just go over it with a little bit more yellow, and it'll take the little green swatches out. Maybe it'll kind of make it look spookier. Perhaps. So, let's see. Conrad asks if I'm planning to do another live stream on my birthday or for Halloween. I don't know if I'm going to do it on the Yeah, I'm just gonna go over that mood. It does look cool. It has like a greenish tint, which I don't like, but this is just like the first layer, so I'll go over it later on when it dries, and I'll put like another layer of just yellow, like with a cleaner brush. But that's just getting the base down. So let's see. Andy asked if I watched The Addams Family, and if so, what's my favorite episode? I used to watch it all the time. I haven't in a while, so I couldn't tell you what my favorite episode is. But I actually love The Munsters a lot, and I've watched that probably a bit more than The Addams Family. My dad and one of my brothers, my oldest brother, well, he's still younger than me, but the oldest one out of all three of my brothers, he loves The Munsters, so we would just sit and watch that for quite a while. Just this past year or so, because they had the entire Munsters box set at Walmart on sale. I can't remember how much it was, but yeah. So if you guys have never seen The Munsters, it's pretty good. If you guys like The Addams Family, then I think you'd like it too. They're in like the same type of box almost. I'll try to hold this closer so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the comments too while I'm blending this in. Okay. Have you seen any Evil Dead movies? I have. I think I've seen all of them, actually. It's been like a few years since I have, but I have watched them. I think there was even a new one that I seen not too long ago. Let's see. Somebody said that the sound of the paintbrush is super relaxing. I'm super glad to hear that, because I do not have my headphones in, so I can't hear what you guys are hearing. So I'm glad to hear that you like that. Just trying to blend this a little bit. Get the brush strokes to look good. Okay, I'm gonna get some more on my brush. Somebody requested that I scoot in, but I have like no room to do that. I'm so sorry. I'm like, if you guys could see my setup right now, you guys would understand. My shoulder is kind of like right up against my lighting, and then my other shoulder is right next to my microphone, which I'm not uncomfortable or anything, but I'm definitely very kind of like crammed in here to just get all this in one frame. So I can't really scoot forward. I'm very sorry about that. I hope the angle is okay. Regardless, I can scoot this down a little bit. Maybe I'll try to do that, because I am noticing that it's not really on the painting much. Hopefully that is a little better. Is that a little better for you guys? And now the mirror isn't really in the setup, but I could, if I bring my camera up, you guys could see me working, but you couldn't see the painting as much. But I don't know, I could play with it a this for a few minutes, and then I'll play with it. I'll play with the angle a little bit if I remember. If I don't remember, just remind me in the comments, and I'll try to stay on track a little bit. You guys are so sweet, by the way. You guys are so awesome. I think the weather changing outside is what got me motivated to paint these, because I have been honestly putting these off for the last, I don't know, like month and a half, maybe even 2 months. And it's not that I haven't wanted to do them, it's just, like I said in my last live stream, I have to be in the right mood to paint. And I think with it just being so hot and stuff outside, I haven't really been in that painting mood. But today felt like fall outside this morning, like it was pretty chilly. So, 1 second, I might have to get a little bit more black paint on my little plate. Let's see, somebody wants to know if those sounds in the background are cars or demons. I sure hope that they're cars. I mean, I don't know, all that talk about goosebumps, maybe it brought something to the table, but I'm just kidding. It's definitely cars. Don't worry. I don't know why, but it seems like the daytime is more quiet than the nighttime sometimes. Because like earlier when I was live, there was barely any background noise, barely any cars going around, but it's like as soon as the night hits, the town's alive. It's crazy. Let's see. So a couple people are new that just popped in. So welcome. Let's see. Jay says, I've only been watching for 5 minutes. Are you painting a witch? So I am painting 4 different sketchbooks. This is going to be kind of like a little mini series of me painting them. These are actually like 4 of my best friends. And we all went to cosmetology school together. And one of them, the painting that I did last, I've actually known her since 4th grade. So we've been friends a very long time. So I don't know, I thought it'd be cool to do like a little witchy painting of all of us. Give us a little sketchbook, like a keepsake thing to have. So that's kind of like the behind the story of what I'm doing tonight. These were intended to be for this one's birthday. She had a birthday last month, but I didn't get the paintings done on time, so I'm gonna have to send them her way when I get these done. Okay. Let's see, Darren wants to know her hair color. So she has such cool hair. It's always been like this dark brown, almost, I don't know, it's not really like black, like jet black hair, like it's brown. But since this is like a fun Halloween painting, I might give her some streaks here and there of like, I don't know, I might do like a little silver stripe in there, or like some purple stripes or something. I think that'd be cool. Would be neat. But yeah, she's always had like this fun hairdo ever since I've known her. It's always been this short, spiky, really cool, really cute haircut. And she always keeps it really, really neat and styled. When I was learning to cut hair, I actually I'm just gonna think about what my next move is on this painting. Let's see. So I think I should do the sky. I think I'll do the midnight blue for that. But I'm gonna have to figure out what I'll do with my brush. I think I'll use the same brush. But I'm gonna have to clean it off. See, my paper towel is getting all dirty. I should have brought a little bit more, I think. So anyways, let me go ahead and get started on telling you guys about this dream I had. It was insane. It was super cool. I think it was almost a lucid dream because for the past several weeks, every night I've been listening to these sleep meditation hypnosis for lucid dreaming because I used to be really good at lucid dreaming, but it kind of escaped from me. Like once you stop practicing it for a while, it can kind of get away from you. But I've always had very vivid dreams my whole life, and I've kept a dream journal the last few years. Like I haven't written in the dream journal every single day or anything like that. Sadly, I wish I did because I'd be a lot further along on my dream journey if I did stick to like an everyday like morning writing, you know. Last night I had a dream about a bear. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. I will tell you that. But back to the Harry Potter dream. So, and this is gonna sound like pretty far out there, I will tell you. But it's like I was flying with the whole Harry Potter cast from part 1 and 2. Not each and every one of them, because oh my gosh, that'd be a lot of characters, right? But like the main people, like Professor Snape and Harry Potter, Ronald Weasley, you know, Hermione Granger, things like the main people. And this Harry Potter dream I was having, it was like they never made part 3 of Harry Potter, and this dream I was having was part 3. But I had no idea like what happened or anything past part 1 and 2 of Harry Potter, okay? I hope you know what I mean. So I was up in the sky, like flying with the whole, like all the main Harry Potter cast, and it was so crazy. I can't really remember where they were coming from, but in the dream, Snape had found out that he had a son, and it looked just like him, but like a miniature version of Snape. And I will be honest right now, I haven't seen Harry Potter like past part 5, okay? I tried to watch them like multiple times, but I never could. Like I never got through them. I always fell asleep or something. I do plan on going back through and watching them though one day. So anyways, okay, I was just taking a look at the comments to see if you guys are still there. So pretty much, Snape had this son in this dream that I had, and like his son had this curse put on him that he couldn't remember any of his days unless he captured like a sentimental item from that adventure or that specific day and kept it with him for a certain amount of time. And if he didn't keep a keepsake from that day, So this dream I had, he forgot to like grab something from that day. So he knew that he only had a matter of time to grab something before his memory would just be gone. So there was nothing around that he could grab onto besides some balloons that were floating in the sky. And I guess Snape's son like didn't know how to fly the broom really well, so he just like dove after the balloons. And in the dream, Professor Snape had to pretty much fly after him so that he wouldn't just like fall out of the sky. And it was so crazy because in the dream it took me from like I don't know how to explain it. Dreams are crazy, but it took me from like flying side by side them to flying like I was on the ground, and I could just see like way up in the sky. It was crazy. I don't know if I could explain the rest of the dream, but it was really neat. Like it was. Anyways, Snape eventually caught his kid, and his kid did find the balloons, so he was able to remember the day. It was really crazy, guys. I'm so sorry for even sharing. But you can't often explain your dreams, a lot of people can't even remember their dreams, but we all do dream every single night. They say that we all dream at least 3 or 4 different dream themes. And I usually never remember each dream. I remember 1 or 2. Sometimes I will remember them all, but it was pretty tripped out, though, I will say that. I woke up and I felt like I had been out of this world for a little bit. I feel like that anytime I have a dream where I'm flying, if you can ever get to that point in a dream where you can just fly, that's like the most amazing thing ever, I'll just tell you. One of my friends asked me a couple weeks ago, if I was a superhero, what power I would choose to have, and it would definitely 100% be flying, for sure. Along with other things too, like telekinesis and like mind reading powers and stuff like that, but the number 1 power I'd pick to have would be flying, for sure, or at least levitating or something. That'd be so much fun. Let's see. Remember that zombie dream you told us about a few years back? If it was the one with Daryl Dixon and the hallway, like the hospital, and the hallway was like flooding with zombies, then yes, I do. I remember exactly what you're talking about. But if not, then you might have to refresh my memory, because I have a lot of zombie dreams. I actually remember my first ever nightmare. I was 3 years old, and I don't even know how I remembered that, but I was 3 years old, and I think it was like an underground, like zombie dream. I'm not trying to like spook you guys out right before bed. I hope I'm not doing that. But for real, I watched all kinds of zombie movies as a little baby. I loved horror movies from the get-go. Always loved Halloween stuff. So my dad would let me watch zombie movies with him, or like whatever, like I'd watch Michael Myers movies, which, are called Halloween, but growing up I always just referred to them as Michael Myers movies. But yeah, so me and my dad, we would watch like Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, all that stuff. And I usually didn't really have nightmares because of the movies, but this one particular night I did. being thankful that I was out of the zombie nightmare, but at the same time, I kind of wished I would fall back asleep and like be back in it again, because that was just so cool. Let's see. Jesse wants to know if I've heard of Disney's first horror movie, Watcher in the Woods. Ooh, I have not, I don't think. Sometimes I've seen things and then I just don't collect the title in my mind, you know? So sometimes I've seen things that I don't even realize until I actually, like, see them again or see the trailer or something like that. So, you know, you never know. I might have seen it one time. Ethan wants to know what's my favorite fall decoration this year. So I decorated for Halloween and fall in the middle of August this year. So it's almost been a whole month since I decorated. I just felt like decorating early. I don't know why. But I have this one particular decoration, and it is like this really beat up looking witch, and she's made out of like paper mache, and she's really, I hate to say ugly looking, but like so ugly that she's just completely precious. I can't even explain it. I'll have to show you guys on my Instagram, or maybe I'll even make a little video of her, because she's worth it. Like, she's so cool. She's the coolest spooky thing I've ever seen in my life. So that's definitely one of my favorite decorations. I always loved pumpkins as well. Pumpkins are always really cute. I love decorating with little light, like little strands of lights and things too. It's always fun. So, yeah. Alright. Got a little tiny bit of the sky up here. Oops. Alright. So I think I do have a brown. I was thinking about what to do with her hair. So I do have this Van Dyke brown. I don't know how light or dark it is until I put it out on my palette. But if it's too dark, I might not want to use it because I don't want it to mesh with the black. So I might have to dig something out of my bag over there, because I know I have some different browns in there. Alright, I'm just gonna spin this around and do this part of the sky. Let's see. Alright. So if you're wondering what this little space is here that I left blank, it's gonna be like her shoulders of her shirt. So I'm gonna do like a different pop of color there as well. This is so much fun. I can't believe it's been so long since I've painted. I need to like make an effort to sit down and paint more often, because I really do enjoy it. think it's super pretty. It's got like this pastel look to it, and I love that about it. And it's, I don't know, I guess it's just something that I've practiced more than any other art medium, so I've gotten more used to it. You know what I mean? Do you guys like art? And if so, what kind of things do you guys like to paint? What kind of paints do you like to use? You know what I mean? I'd love to hear. I'm trying to get all these little tiny pieces. For everyone just stopping by, I'm just working on the sky. Okay, gotta get this little area right here. Okay. Then I'll go back through and clean this all up a little bit later when I do the outlining. I'll just get a little bit more for that by that shoulder. Okay, that looks good. So, let's see. I think I'm definitely gonna have to get me a new brush to do the face and the hair, because I don't want to mess those up. I also need a couple new brushes as well. Let's see. Let's find my other paint. So what I might do is I might go ahead and call this one a night for now, and then when I come back for the next live stream, I'll finish the hair and the face on this one, and then we'll get started on one of these. I'll probably honestly save this one for the very last, just because it's the most detailed, and I'm gonna have to really think about what I want to do, and that'll give me a little bit more time to make the last adjustments on this one. So yeah, for now, I think that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little time painting with me, and thank you all for being here. I'll be back soon with more videos and another live stream.